My name is Allison Wilson, and I serve as Director of the Office of Communications for Prince George's County Acting County Executive Tara Jackson. On behalf of the county, thank you for joining us this morning for a very special occasion, the ribbon cutting of our brand new state-of-the-art Health and Human Services building right here in Capitol Heights. Today marks a significant milestone in our commitment to transforming the way we deliver care and support to our residents. And this innovative facility, which many of you have had the opportunity to tour this morning, represents the future of health and human services in the county. So you're about to hear from Acting County Executive Tara Jackson, Maryland Deputy Secretary of Public Health, Dr. Nilesh Kalanaraman, Maryland Deputy Secretary Operations, Gloria Brown Burnett, and Brandon Bellamy, the CEO of Velocity Companies, whose leadership and vision helped bring this project to reality. So a couple notes for media. We're going to get through the presentation. At the conclusion of the program, you'll have time to ask questions of the county executive and others who you've heard from today. And without further ado, Madam County Executive.
Good morning. It's so good to see a room full of folks this morning. And I'm so glad we're inside because I forgot my coat today. We've had such a swing in the temperatures. But good morning, everyone. It's so good to look out into this room and see so many people who I know have been anxiously awaiting this building. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate a milestone for Prince George's County. This new Health and Human Services building is a testament to our unwavering commitment to the well-being of our community. This building has been a long time in coming. I'll say it again. This building has been a long time in coming, and I am so excited because we are finally here. I look out into the room and I see so many persons that I would like to mention, but I want to start by thanking our Office of Central Services. I do not see our director. Oh, there he is, Jonathan. Our director, Jonathan Butler. Jonathan has been with us since the beginning of the Also Brooks administration, and this was on the top of our list to complete. And so thank you, Jonathan, for your tireless efforts. Certainly, you have a team that you worked with, our Deputy Director, Michael Brown, our Associate Director, and I call him Court. Where are you, Court? There we go. And Mr. Hill, the project manager from OCS. Thank you so much for all of your work, the project manager of this particular building. I also want to thank our private partners, of course, Brandon Bellamy, the CEO of Velocity Companies. We've met on many occasions, and I am so glad that we're here today. So thank you for being here, and I know we'll hear from you soon. And I don't know if you're joined by Richard Solomon or not, the Chief Operating Officer for Velocity. And then all the folks at Nardi Construction for making this project a reality for our residents. I also see leaders from our hospital here, so thank you for being here and for your continued partnership throughout the years. And then the state of Maryland, the Deputy Secretary. Good morning. And the other two deputy secretaries that we have here, good morning and thank you. And I do have to say thank you to Gloria Brown Burnett, who has left us, but you're never too far from us for sure in our hearts. And I know this was something that you envisioned as well for some time. So for years, our residents have had to navigate a fragmented system, seeking services from multiple locations. and facing delays that stood in the way of help they needed. Today, we changed that story. This new integrated Health and Human Services building brings together critical care and services under one roof, helping to streamline access, increase collaboration, and ensure that healthcare is more efficient and more accessible than ever before. This beautiful state-of-the-art building houses not only the health department, Dr. Levy, but the Department of Family Services, Elena Bailon Butler, the Department of Social Services, Stephen, and the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Senior Center. I don't know if I see any representatives that I recognize from M-NCPPC, but we are all going to be in this building together. Together, these agencies will provide comprehensive services that address the diverse needs of our residents, from healthcare to social support, and from family assistance to senior wellness programs. Our residents can visit one location to access so many of our services. Beyond functionality, this space was designed with dignity, accessibility, and community engagement in mind. The M-NCPPC Senior Center features a fitness center and a pool hall, creating an environment where our seniors can receive essential services, engage in wellness activities, and simply enjoy one another. And our modernized office spaces will provide our employees with the tools they need to better serve the people of Prince George's County. This project represents an investment in infrastructure that serves people first. It reflects the vision of a prior administration and the execution of our administration. It reflects our ability to press through serious challenges like COVID, keeping our eye on the goal. And it reflects our belief that government should be a force for good. First, ensuring that every resident, regardless of their circumstances, has the resources and the support that they need to survive. Once again, thank you to everyone who made this tremendous project possible. And I do want to stop and say thank you to my team, Jared McCarthy. You've been the DCAO for government operations. You've been involved with this project from the beginning, or at least from the beginning of the Also Brooks administration as well. And Barry Stanton, our acting CAO. Thank you to the two of you. I couldn't be here doing this without you. Thank you for your commitment to making Prince George's County a healthier, stronger, and more connected place to live. Today, as we cut the ribbon on the state-of-the-art facility, we thank our residents, what is possible, and a brighter future. And we think about what is possible and a brighter future for Prince George's County. I know that I have a proclamation to present while Allison is coming up. I see our council member, and I just want to say council member, good morning, Councilmember Blagay, and thank you for being here. All right, now I'm going to present this to, I think,
We're bringing up the Health and Human Services directors, Jared and Director Butler.
Don't look so serious. I need some smiles. I need some smiles.
Language on the proclamation.
Okay, all right. All right. So whereas the Office of the County Executive for Prince George's County, Maryland, is honored to celebrate the grand opening of the new Prince George's County Health and Human Services building in Capitol Heights, and whereas the opening of the new HHS building marks a transformative step by bringing together the Department of Family Services, the Department of Social Services, the Health Department, and a Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission Senior Activity Center under one roof. And whereas Prince George's County is dedicated to improving the health, the well-being, and quality of life for all our residents by ensuring accessible, efficient, and coordinated services. And whereas the HHS building represents a significant investment in our community, providing modernized workspaces for staff, multipurpose and conference spaces for public engagement, and a dedicated senior activity center equipped with a fitness center and a pool hall to promote wellness and social connection among older adults. And whereas the consolidation of these essential services reflect our county's ongoing commitment to innovation, equity, and responsiveness in public service, ensuring that residents can receive the support they need. Whereas the grand opening of this facility is a milestone achievement, made possible through the collaboration of county government leadership, community partners, dedicated public servants, private industry, working together to advance the well-being of all who call Prince George's County home. Now, therefore, I, Tara Jackson, Acting County Executive for Prince George's County, Maryland, do hereby recognize the grand opening of the Health and Human Services Building on this first day of April 2025. And I further encourage all members of our community to take advantage of the services and opportunities this new facility provides as we continue to build together a healthy Prince George's County. Congratulations. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. We'll just keep things rolling with Dr. Kalanaraman.
Good morning, and thank you, Acting County Executive Jackson. It's good to see all of you today. I'm Nilesh Kalyanaram, the Deputy Secretary for Public Health at the Maryland Department of Health. I'm really thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate this building. This new Health and Human Services building, I think, embodies what we talk about at the state level in terms of health and how we approach people. We talk about being person-centered, right? In making it easy for people to be able to be healthy, we have to organize ourselves to make it easy. We can't ask people to navigate systems. We have to actually build systems that are easy to navigate. And I think this building is really a demonstration of that. And I want to applaud you for the years of planning, building, and now launch that brings us here. And that serves as a hub for health in Prince George's County. Dr. Levy, I work with Dr. Levy a lot, the health officer here in Prince George's County, and he knows that one of the things that we talk about at the state level is what are we doing to drive our outcomes? How are we actually making people healthier? That's really our goal, right? And part of that is this, bringing together family services, social services, parks. I think that is so important and wonderful that you are doing that. And of course, health. To be able to say to our community, we believe this is all tied to your health. And we're investing in that. And I think that's what I take from this, and that's what I'm glad to be here as part of, is to see you doing that at the county level. I used to be a health officer in Anne Arundel County. It was fantastic to see really those changes at the ground level. How do we actually make a difference in people's lives? And so I want to take this back to other counties. How are you doing this? And this is, how are you making it easier for people to be healthier? And so I want to thank you all for the opportunity to be here with you today, and I want to applaud you for the vision that you've had in designing and building this. Thank you so much.
Now we'll hear from Gloria Brown Burnett, Deputy Secretary of Operations for Maryland.
Hi, I'm the Deputy Secretary for the Maryland Department of Human Services, not Maryland. It is such a great pleasure to be back here in Prince George's County and to see this come to fruition. I'm not going to get teary because it started over a decade ago, and at the table and just working through what true partnership looks like. and how we could find efficiencies and synergy in the work that we do every day for the people we serve. And so it's so a little overwhelming for me. I want to say thank you to our many partners, Acting County Executive Tara Jackson, Maryland Department of Health Deputy Secretary Nilesh. I'm going to mess up your last name, so. The Prince George's Council member, Walla Blagay, thank you for being here. Jonathan Butler and his team have been awesome, and we really appreciate all that you've done. And I can't leave out my partners at the Maryland Department of General Services, because truly, it's been an integrated approach to partnership, and that's being nice. We at the Maryland Department of Human Services, along with our partners, are committed to the governor's mission of leaving no one behind. And I think this is a stark example of what that means. Today, we take another big step in realizing that goal. And over a decade ago, as I said, I took part in conversations with the county exec's office, Department of Family Services, Health Department, General Services. Those directors are no longer here, but they were my sisters in the fight as we tried to move this project forward. Our goal was to improve coordination in services, as you've already heard, and to bring services into the community where the people can actually access them. This state-of-the-art facility brings together, already you know, the departments of health, social services, family services, but it's important to know that when we were planning, we also thought about private nonprofit partners that we could also integrate into this work, because we don't do this work alone. And so I'm sure that with Stephen Liggett-Krill at Department of Social Services and Dr. Levy and Elena Ballon-Butler, they will continue to move forward with integrating our nonprofit partners into the continuum of services that will be offered here. Not only will seniors and adults seeking services be supported in this new location, they will also find at the newest senior center in Prince George's County, which is run by the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. And it's inside the Beltway. And it's a crown jewel inside our Beltway. While our adult serving agencies collaborate on joint training and programming, and our adults and seniors will find support, recreation, and community in the same building, residents can still access our existing services at our existing district offices, one of which is conveniently located not even a mile from here at 425 Bright Seat Road. So we haven't closed anything down, we're just expanding access and opportunity. This initiative demonstrates that we can achieve what we can achieve through meaningful partnership, persistence, and commitment to intentionally meeting people where they are. By working with our local agencies, elected leaders, and offices, we will continue to fulfill our commitment to leave no one behind. Thank you for allowing us the pleasure of serving you.
Gloria, I apologize for trying to promote you on the spot. Dr. Colleen Naraman said it best and Gloria echoed it. It's so amazing to work in a county where we do so much innovation. And just over the past year with the Dyer Care Center and the way we're building P3 schools, public-private partnerships are really making a difference in how we're meeting residents where they are in much more dynamic ways. So on that note, we'll bring up Brandon Bellamy from Velocity Companies to speak. Thank you.
Good morning. This crowd is entirely too quiet. You know I don't like that. A good friend of mine always says to me, Brandon, follow the 3 B's. Brother, be brief. I'm gonna do my best, but I gotta thank some folks, and you know that's just critical to do. So, good morning. Thank you for coming out to Hampton Park. We really appreciate it. We welcome you being here. Today marks a significant milestone in our journey, the grand opening of the Prince George's County Health and Human Services building. And the story is long and I won't get into it, but this state-of-the-art facility does stand as a powerful example of what's possible through visionary public-private partnership. October 2019, we broke ground on this transformative redevelopment project. But in October 2017, I was with you when we were trying to figure out how to make this happen. And I'm just so impressed and proud and excited for what you're going to do for the citizens of this county. In February 2023, just behind me, we celebrated the momentum of the Blue Line Corridor. It's a collaborative effort to reimagine this area in partnership with the county. Today, we proudly stand in this completed Health and Human Services building. And please give a round of applause because you have no idea how difficult it was to get this building right. Once this project is fully completed, Hampton Park, we're just in our phase one, we'll have 100,000 square feet of vibrant retail, including the 7-time Michelin-recognized Ivy City Smokehouse, headed by the legendary restaurateur Greg Caston, which will be right here behind us. We will have 200 units of market rate residential units. We're gonna have a 120-room nationally branded hotel here, 55,000 square feet of green space specifically designed for arts, culture, and community experience. So this is just the first phase. This is a major milestone. We're very excited to be at this point. This project simply would not be possible without the dedicated, consistent partnership and leadership of Prince George's County. I cannot thank the county and all of its agencies enough for everything they've done for the citizens of Capitol Heights and this work inside the Beltway. I do need to do something that I think is very important. This building would not be here if it wasn't for God, period. People say that. It's not like I won a rap award, right? It's not that. But I was there. This is the most unlikely situation to have occurred. All the investment's been going outside the Beltway. And God took an unlikely group of people, that would be me, and used him and his team in a way that would get resources to the people that he wants to serve. And I'm not a politician, so I can say what I want. That's critical. But God blesses us through people. So I have to spend some time thanking some people that allowed themselves to be used by God so this building could be here. Projects like these, they're marathons, they're not sprints. And people want something to happen like that, but that's not how it works. So I gotta thank former county executive Rashawn Baker. It started with him. Absolutely. I have to thank his DCAO, Tom Himmler, at that time, because he was a major architect in making this happen. I have to thank our U.S. Senator, Angela Alsobrooks, and at the time, her chief, Tara Jackson, because they picked that baton up and started rolling. But then I got to turn around and I got to thank Angie Rogers as well, because she stepped in and pushed the ball. And now bringing up the anchor is acting County Executive Tara Jackson, and I'm glad because there was no disruption in the flow. I want to thank the incoming administration as well. There's a lot of work to do, and I am excited to work with them to continue to bring this project to fruition. I want to thank our state legislators. I specifically want to thank Senator Joanne Benson, who's been a champion in this project. I want to thank Senator Nick Charles and the entire District 25 team. I need to thank our county council. We have Councilwoman Bouguet here. I don't know if there's any other council people here, but I want to thank them. I also need to thank the sanctuary at Kingdom Square. Bishop Macklin and the Macklin family and the entire congregation of the sanctuary is how this started. They've been laboring in this field for a very long time. They invited me to help co-labor with them, but that's a praying church, and that praying church got this project going. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge that right now. NBC, pick that up. I do want to thank all of the county agencies, Office of Central Services. I want to thank Floyd Holt. Floyd Holt was there before he handed the baton to Jonathan Butler. And Floyd Holt helped us work this thing out. And these are names, you know, all heroes don't wear capes. You don't get to see them all the time. But if they don't do what they're supposed to do, we don't get what we're supposed to have. So I want to acknowledge him. I have no idea where he is right now, but you know, God bless him. I want to thank Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. I want to thank Department of Permitting, Inspections, Enforcement. Let me tell you something. DPI be getting a bad rep. But I'm here to tell you, they kicking butt over there. It's not like that. Like, they are cranking. People blame them for everything. That's not true. I got to give a couple shout outs to some names that people don't always know. But I do want to shout out Balor Ravishankar. I want to shout out Dawit Abraham. I want to shout out Charles Cooper. I want to shout out Lamont Hinton. I want to shout out Maher Mirza. These people, when there's a problem, you call them, they embody what the county is supposed to be. They try to solve the problem. You're here to serve the people, and they don't just let policy and legislation stop them from the mission. This is important, and these people really deserve a raise. I don't know who I should talk to about this, but I specifically want to thank Jonathan Butler. I want to thank Michael Brown. I want to thank Court. Where are you, Court? Let me tell you something. Court, you are a special man. You are a special man. You have to take on this work, and you got to love it. You got to love what the outcome of the work will be for people. And I watched him do that day in and day out, and I'm really appreciative of him. We got a lot of project partners, a lot of people that work to make this building come to life. And we'll have other groundbreaking, so I want to focus on the groups that help this building come to life in particular. I do want to give a lot of credit to our equity partner, ARC Trust. You know, investing inside the Beltway is not always a popular idea. So I want to thank them. I want to thank DCI. I want to thank who's the architect of this building. I want to thank Soltez Engineering. I want to thank Sika, who was our third party. I want to thank Mannequin for the exterior structure of this building. I want to thank CV Inc. I want to thank Aurel Architects. I want to thank Nardi for picking up the ball for Mannequin and making us look good. I want to thank Gibbs and Haller, who was our land use council. In particular, I want to thank Tom Haller. I also want to thank Velocity team, past and present, our teammates, Garfield Antonio, Leighton Antonio. I want to thank our Chief Development Officer, Rahul Sood, who's here. I want to thank our Chief Operating Officer, Richard Solomon, who is the adult in my life. I have to thank other people. You telling me to wrap it up, but I have to thank this person. There was a woman, her name was Barbara Standard. She was about yay tall. Without her, this building would not be here. She went on to glory. She went on home to be with the Lord. And she fought tirelessly day in and day out without any accolades. I always speak her name because I want her name to be in existence in the earth realm. So Barbara Standard, I appreciate you. Thank you. They say something inspiring. I want to thank the community, and I'm looking forward to this continued journey. So they say something inspiring, something energetic. I don't have anything energetic. What I have is that it takes all of us to work together to help any situation, a project, a relationship, a community to reach its highest and best potential. And that is what development is, and that's all it is. So wherever you have that in your life, look for that, put the time in, stay committed to it, because we actually need you. Thank you so much for coming out. Enjoy this building, eat healthy, kiss somebody you love, hug somebody you love, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bellamy. An update to the run of show. We're going to hear from Councilmember Walla Blagay now. And just quick notes for the media. Rather than take questions from the podium, after Councilmember Blagay speaks, that'll be the conclusion of the program. And any principals that you'd like to speak to one-on-one for your stories, we can do that out in the hallway or in another part of the facility after the conclusion of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I will be quick. I'm Councilwoman Walla Blagay, and I am new to this. I just want to thank those who paved the way, and I appreciate you, recognizing Rashawn Baker for that, and then our sitting senator now. I just want to say this, and I'm going to be quick. This is a vision of what we've all been putting out there. Live, work, and play in Prince George's County. And here we can live, work, and play right here. We have restaurants. We have things that people can take advantage of. And this is an area that right down the street is a food desert. And hopefully soon we will be seeing a grocery store here, a grocer. So when we see this and once this becomes once everything is in place, this is an example. We're going to tell that we're creating downtown centers throughout our county, and this is one here. And it is inside the Beltway. It's not outside the Beltway. It's right here, near a place that people want to be able to walk. That means communities around here can quickly come here and be able to get all of their health care right here. And then we have a senior center here, and I wouldn't realize that we have a senior activity center. So this is great because many of our seniors don't have any activities in this area. They're often having to travel out, and at night it's dangerous for them. So this is the concept that we've been putting forth, and now this is actually in action. So I just want to thank all of those that came before me for making this happen. I was wondering, I said, when are we going to break ground on this wonderful building? But I said, I'm going to come here. I left council and ran here to see this because this is a momentous day. So we want the media here, put the word out. People are always talking about where is the quality retail? Where is the quality in Prince George's County? This is it. And thank you all so much, especially to our acting county executive, Tara Jackson. Thank you for your team and Jerry McCarthy for making this happen. And I am proud to stand beside you all as a partner. Thank you.
Ready? All right, guys. 1, 2, let it go.
Joe.